Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Let me get this thing set up. As y'all enter the chat, hit the thumbs up on the way in. Also, throw a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear and see me clearly. I'm going to get right into action today. There's a lot going on in the world, a whole lot. Let's see. I see those ones. Young Gene, Incorruptible, Tamia, Damien, Israelite King. All praises to the Most High. Jamie Rios. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. In this particular video, I got quite a few sources to go to. I want to do my current events thing, but I also want to talk about the all-out warfare against masculinity. Yes, indeed. We got to go there. We have got to go there. All right. I see y'all rolling in. There's so much going on in the world. You know, I want this particular stream to be nothing short of interactive. I want us to engage. I want y'all to share y'all's thoughts on some of these current events I'm going to share with y'all. And we're really just going to build today. We're going to have one of those building live streams. For those who don't know, tomorrow evening at 6:00 p.m. Standard Eastern Time, I will be featured on Hebraic Faith TV. I'll be collaborating with Elder Kazak from R&R Ministries. And I'll be on there and we'll be building in regards to manhood. That's the topic right now, because there's a lot of things that need to be learned within our community when it comes to leading. We have a lot of discrepancies going on among brethren, and there's definitely a barrier that's between man and woman, and that particular stream is going to be needed to help break that barrier. So y'all definitely want to come through, show your support, and catch that joint. Now, there's so much to talk about. There's a lot going on in the world. First and foremost, oh man, I want to talk about Juneteenth. And I know I'm a little bit late, but some interesting news was shared to me by my wife. She showed me a interesting clip of what's going on in Atlanta, right? And I want to share this clip with y'all because this whole Juneteenth thing it's straight up disrespectful. That's the only word that I have for it. It's just disrespectful. And I know a lot of you brothers and sisters are tired of being pacified. The pacification has to stop. Listen, we went from demanding reparations and having police being held accountable for their illful actions, or wrongful actions rather, to basically some little holiday that they just threw out of there. They just tossed it out there into the airways to see if y'all would catch it. And the holiday is disrespectful. I don't know what the hell a Juneteenth even is. It's a made up word. They took a month and a date. It's so disrespectful. They took a month and a number and just splashed it together and said, hey, there go your holiday. It's all out disrespectful. But something interesting happened out here in the so-called Black Mecca, you know, the place where all Black folks seem to be, which is Atlanta, Georgia, right? I want to play this clip from y'all. I can't share it on the screen. It actually was shared through me from Instagram. So I'm going to just hold the camera up and show y'all this, man. So Black employees at Atlanta IKEA call out and protest Juneteenth menu featuring fried chicken and watermelon. Yeah, you heard correctly, featuring fried chicken and watermelon. And there's a reason why I'm reacting to this. And I'm going to share my thoughts as the particular news stream airs.
IKEA employees See, this menu on your screen was sent to employees last. Menu was going to be.
Let's see here.
Be served to customers and employees as a way to quote honor.
All right, let's get that thing from the beginning here. Oh, why no sound? Let's try that again.
This menu on your screen was sent to employees last Friday. They say the menu was going to be served to customers and employees as a way to, quote, honor and preserve Black Americans in light of the Juneteenth holiday.
You cannot say serving watermelon on Juneteenth is a soul food menu when you don't even know the history of they used to feed slaves watermelon during the slavery time. None of the co-workers who sat down to create the menu, nobody was Black.
IKEA employees say...
All right, so... they're protesting. They're literally in an uproar. I didn't even know what was going on until I rolled by this area today. And I'm like, what the hell is going on over there? You know, I'm riding by. It's signs. I mean, people are pissed. I mean, even to today. And this is days later, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this guy that's on the news, which he sounds like a flaming flamingo. Let's just be honest. As he's expressing what happened, you know, he goes on to say that they fed us this in slavery, you know, to basically keep us quiet. I mean, it's an utter pacification. That's exactly what they're doing now. And you had brothers and sisters all out. They was turning up last weekend in honor of Juneteenth. And subliminally, they're telling you that there's no respect. Now, listen. During slavery, they would give us watermelon because that would be like a reward for our hard work. That would be like a treat. Or that would be something to keep us hydrated to get back in that hot ass sun. It kept us pacified. The same way this ridiculous so-called holiday is designed to keep us pacified. It's like we stop asking the tough questions. We stop demanding what's really rightfully ours. And I mean, listen, and I'm going to be honest with you. The stereotypes, they offend a lot of people. I'm not offended by the chicken and watermelon propaganda. I'm not offended by it. I'm not driven by that. And see, here's the issue here. Our people are too easily triggered. We're too easily triggered by nonsense. I mean, who the hell doesn't like fried chicken? And who the hell don't like watermelon? You show me a person who don't like some fried chicken, and I show you a person who you may not can trust. I mean, everybody likes it. Everybody likes watermelon. I mean, you know, not many people dislike those foods. It's like while we're sitting here picking at straws, arguing, fighting, it's like all our energy should be fighting for what's rightfully ours, which is freedom. You know, freedom to be able to be men in this generation, in this culture, in this modern society. It's interesting and ironic how they use what appears to be a homosexual gay man as the spokesperson on this news broadcast, the one who's outraged. And this is what it's getting to. This is what it's getting to. You know, they did go too far with watermelon. I mean, I heard from what I heard from some of the employees today, as I'm talking to them, they had all kind of things. I mean, they literally, the menu, if y'all seen the menu, it literally had every black food you could think of. It had potato salad, they had yams, they had fried chicken, they had mac and cheese. I think, you know what? I think they went too far with the watermelon. I think the watermelon just took it over the top, bro. Like that took it over the top. There was no black folks in there to be like, hey, you know, don't put watermelon out there. You know, don't do that. And honestly, I think it was done purposely. I think it was done purposely. You had somebody sitting in there doing a case study on black folks like, yeah, you know what? Throw that watermelon in there. I heard they love potato salad. I heard they love yams. I mean, it's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful. So if you're a black person out here and you was out here turning up last weekend and you looking forward for Juneteenth every year, I want you to really utilize some critical thinking skills. I mean, damn it, last month, we couldn't even go out our doors without being afraid of the boogeyman. We couldn't even go out our doors without being afraid of the boogeyman. But now they want you to just go out here and be pacified, right? So for any black person out here, and I use that terminology very loosely, if you're watching this video, listen, you got to get to a point where you're following God's holy days. God's holy days in the Bible. These heathens want us to accept everything except for the biblical days that we're supposed to be serving. They want us to celebrate anything but our holy days. You got to stop being pacified. They're so afraid of us going to our God, they'll give you a holiday. They'll smash two words together and be like, here, it's in June the 19th. We ain't even going to think of nothing liberating. We're not even going to think of nothing enlightening that can even trigger any enlightenment in the people. We're just going to call it Juneteenth. And we're going to throw that out there. God has holy days in the Bible, man. You got the Day of Tabernacles. You got First Fruits. You got Day of Atonement. You got the Passover. You got the Day of Pentecost. I mean, listen, our history is in there. Our history is in there. But ladies and gentlemen, there's more. I see y'all rolling in the chat. Somebody said, love your videos. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody said, stop celebrating these holidays. Facts, though. You got to let them go. You got to let them go. I mean, these people are getting desperate. I don't know about y'all, but have any of y'all noticed that ever since the you know what was rolled out, and the world powers got the amount of people they needed to be you know what it? Is it me or people are going batshit crazy in the world? Am I tripping or people are losing their everlasting damn minds right now? Are y'all looking at what's going on in the news? Are y'all looking at what's going on worldwide? I mean, well, nationwide, pardon me. Yo, there's so many people losing their rabbit ass mind. Like, it ain't even funny, y'all. It's almost like people got rabies. Seriously. I even seen, it was a shooting. And I believe, I want to say it was in Chicago. No, I think it was in New Jersey. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It was a shooting and the ambulance were trying to get to the victim, and literally a sex crazed mob attacked the ambulance. You had women twerking on them, and it was like what the hell is going on here? It's like, what happened? I mean, I don't know what they put in people's DNA. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical physician, but whatever is in people, whatever is being triggered, people are losing their damn minds, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's crazy. Seeing all kind of news breaking free. Matter of fact, we're going to go to some of it. We're going to go to some of what's going on in the world, man, because it's getting real crazy out here. It's getting real crazy out here. I mean, now normally, right, I'll go to World Star Hip Hop, take a little gander, scroll through, see if it's anything of any relevancy. And all I see is people losing their minds, right? Now, let's get to it, man. Let's talk about some of these things that's going on here. But matter of fact, let me get it. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna make sure that was Jersey too. You know, I gotta be on my facts. I gotta keep it 100. Y'all gotta know what it is. Man, people losing their minds, bro. Yeah, it was in Jersey. It was in Jersey. Man, this is wild, bro. Man, and I'm gonna tell you, here we go. Here goes something here. Member of the new Black Panthers movement. Let me play this as well. I wanted to show this. Member of the new Black Panthers is on the run after shooting a Daytona, Florida officer in the head. Like, what's going on here? Let me play this here. And if you're in this live stream, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up. My phone is loading here. So much going on in the world, man. And listen, I'm hoping all of y'all staying safe out here, protecting your vessel, protecting your energy, staying away from these demons out here, and being one with the Heavenly Father, staying away from the crazies. And they got another Purge movie coming out. It's like every time it's a Purge movie about to come out, people get to flipping their lid too. And I think the movie is called The Forever Purge. Telling you, bro. And that thing come out July 4th. Thanks for the $10 contribution, John Stovall. All praises. Appreciate you, bro. Let me play this video here.
How's it going?
But with Realtor.com, they're all on that feature. I can finally spread my wings.
Can you sit down? I'll talk to you.
Come
Come on now. Come on now.
Cool place.
Sit down.
Why you asking me to go?
Pennsylvania.
You live here, yes or no?
What's going on, though?
Look at the size of the basement.
No, back up.
I love my new home.
Stop.
Look at this.
Stop, man. Careful, boys. Up here.
Daytona Beach police officer was shot in the head overnight. The U.S. Marshals have now joined the more than 500 officers combing that area.
The 26-year-old officer who has not yet been named is in the hospital in critical condition.
And ladies and gentlemen,
And with Realtor.com.
hold on, I'm hearing the ad running at the same time.
Hey, neighbors, we're having a pool party. Join us.
Again, Larry.
Where's
we'll
this
dive into
ad coming from?
Realtor.com. To each their
Okay,
own.
there you go. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind, this is happening in Daytona Beach, Florida, okay?
3-year veteran had surgery last night, and the Daytona Beach police chief says he is improving, but, quote, still has a long way to go. Right now, hundreds of officers are searching Volusia County as well as the rest of the Florida area for this man, Othel Wallace. Look at his car, the tag right there. That's a California license plate. There is right now.
Now, say, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the liberal left wing has created. They want people to be violent towards police. This is all going to sprawl into more police defunding, and trust and believe that ultimately the people of Daytona, Florida are going to have to pay the price because of the actions of one man. This is how this is going to go down. And you're going to start seeing isolated events like this everywhere, all the way to the point where in our community, there ain't no police. You might have RoboCop in the community. You may have police dogs, the mechanical dogs in the community. But I'm telling you, whatever they did and whatever they put in the you-know-what and the drip that's going in people, it's making psychopaths. All right? And it's happening everywhere. I don't know what type of magic they got going on, what kind of sorcery they got going on with that. But we about to see real live zombie land out here. So stay prayed up, stay under the fold of the Most High. And I'm not saying this to fear, and I'm not saying none of that to fear monger. I'm saying this because you got to be safe out here. Practice your Second Amendment, stay prayed up, stay away from toxic people. All right. Now, there's more current events. There's more current events, and we're gonna get into this attack on manhood, the all-out war against manhood. There's another current event I want to go to, and it's none other than Kevin Samuels. Yes, Kevin Fruity Pebbles Samuels on Vlad TV. I have to react to this. Too many people sent me this clip. It was like, yo, Bree, listen to this, Bree. Everybody was like, bruh, you gotta listen to what he said, because you Black Male TV Advice and a handful of others was right on what y'all saying. I mean, we see what the agenda is now. And actually, that's a perfect segue to what I'm going to talk about when I talk about the attack on masculinity. It's the perfect segue. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go to that clip. I'm gonna actually share this on the screen. And I want y'all to listen carefully, right? This is where active listening comes in, so y'all can know what we facing. All right. Fair use. Matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll play it. I will freeze it. I will actually freeze the video on this screen, and I'll let y'all hear the audio. All right. Because Yeah, I don't want to get hit with anything from Vlad or anything of that nature. All right.
Well, you touched.
All right. So let me pull this up on another screen, and I'm gonna just freeze it right there and play it as an audio for y'all. And I want y'all to listen carefully. Y'all give me one moment. Hopefully y'all can hear this and turn it up.
From the moment I laid eyes on you, what I did, I see it, and I like it, and I want it, yes I do.
All right. Kevin Samuels addresses gay rumors and video of man sleeping in bed. Part 19. That's what you're listening to.
Well, you touched on the whole gay rumor thing. And there was a video where you were online and it somehow kind of cut to a scene of a man. There was a man sleeping in bed, and then it cut back. And I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me at all. So maybe you could explain that video and kind of clear it all up.
Okay. But before I do that, I'm going to just say, I said this the other day. And what problem do these people have with somebody being gay?
All right. Now let me stop real quick. He says, before I answer that question, let me just ask, what do people have a problem with, people being gay? Let me make this absolutely clear and transparent because I see what's happening right now. Listen, no one has a problem with people being gay. Nobody who has questioned Kevin Samuels' sexuality is concerned with what he does in the bedroom. The issue is that Black men are finally rising and taking accountability for what goes on in our communities. And the issue that we're having is that if someone is homosexual or bisexual, they shouldn't be giving relationship advice to heterosexuals because they don't have any stock in the game. They have no horse in that race. Therefore, you would be misleading and misguiding our men and women. So even the way he answered that question is a red flag. He said, well, what do people have a problem with people being gay? Nobody, listen, let me put this out there for the record. I don't think Kevin Samuels is gay. I think Kevin Samuels is what you call a quote unquote bisexual. All right. They don't call those people gay in the LGBT, that he would go as being B, I think, right? Wouldn't that be B? And that's my personal opinion. I'm not faulting him for who he is. If that's what he's into, that's what he's into. The issues that all content creators, social media platforms have is if this person is playing for that side, then people don't want this individual giving relationship advice to traditional families. All right. But that's just the issue. All right, let me continue to play this here.
I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me at all. So maybe you could explain that video and kind of clear it all up.
Okay. But before I do that, I'm going to just say, I said this the other day. And what problem do these people have with somebody being gay? I mean, I've said it last night. The LGBTQ community, y'all are on the clock because.
Now you hear that? For those who don't know what's happening right now, what you have happening right now is an individual who is subliminally calling for the LGBT to defend him, to remove content creators, men of truth, who are questioning his sexual preferences because of his position in the community as a relationship advisor. So now what you have him doing is subliminally asking for help from the letter people. That's what you have happening right now. I'm telling you, man, let me put this out there for y'all. There's a lot of rituals going on social media. Shout out to Kwame Brown for exposing the Breakfast Club, exposing all the homoerotic humor that they got going on over there that's being displayed for young men to see. Shout out to brothers who said, no matter what, we're going to be men. No matter what, we're going to tell the truth. No matter what, we ain't going for that. We're going to have certain standards when it comes to leadership. Because right now, when you look in that society, us as black men, we're becoming the laughing stock. Because you got all these men out here being paraded around in dresses. You got all these feminine individuals or effeminate individuals who are somewhat in leadership positions, and we're tired of it. So now it's time for men to step up. And, you know, when you look at these rappers, every rapper wearing a dress. You look at the Breakfast Club, all these homosexual jokes being spewed all over the airwaves to impressionable minds. So it's not an issue. Listen, I can care less what a person chooses to do with their body. I have to put that disclaimer out there. I have to let that be known what my stance is. I could care less what an individual do with their body. I serve the Most High. I mean, it is what it is. People going to do what they're going to do. I don't have to see it. I don't care. But when it comes to your position in the black manosphere, leading over men who seeking after wives, I find that Kevin Samuels is not qualified. I don't see anything that qualifies this man to teach other men how to find relationships, happiness, and bring our communities together. What I see is a wolf in sheep's clothing. All right. Now I'm going to continue to play this here, which y'all listen carefully.
Before I do that, I'm going to just say, I said this the other day. And what problem do these people have with somebody being gay?
Huh? Answer the question. What? Nobody has a problem. We already stated that. Let's continue, man. This dude here.
I mean, I've said it last night. The LGBTQ community, y'all on the clock.
He said, I said this the other day, the LGBT community, y'all on the clock. Pay attention to what he's doing subliminally.
Because the sheer amount of gay bashing.
Whoa. You hear that word? You hear those two words he just put together? You hear, anytime you hear somebody say gay bashing, that is a trigger word. Oh man, that's triggering. He just triggered a community right there. But here's the thing. If Mr. Samuels is not gay, how could you call anything gay bashing? Why would you mention yourself in the same demographic of people? Why would you bring up gay bashing if you, my friend, are not gay? See, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a taskmaster who has been put in a position of power, who is calling on his helpers. Because better believe, even these smaller platforms have one thing that a lot of people don't seem to wrap their mind around. It's not all about numbers, ladies and gentlemen, because the game is fixed. It's about influence. It's about influence. They want to influence. What they want to do is influence the youth, and they want to weed out real men altogether. This is an all-out war of masculinity. And these devils will go and grab whoever they can get to defend them. Again, I am totally against gay bashing. I believe that everybody have the right to have the pursuit of happiness and equality, exactly how the memorandums and the American Patriot, what it called? Y'all know the name of it, the damn Declaration of Independence and every other form they put out there. Everything they put out there, I believe in that. Point blank, period. So I don't know why this guy right here is talking about gay bashing. Nah, we ain't with that. But as you can see, you see what he's doing. You just got to listen. You got to listen, y'all. The devils always show themselves. Let me continue to play.
Gay innuendos, gay slurs, hate speech against.
You hear that? Hate speech. He's trying to trigger his defense league. And he's doing it very subliminally. Matter of fact, he didn't even answer the question. He went right to those people. Basically, he's saying, look, y'all need to come help me. Y'all need to block these content creators who are questioning what I got going on. I need help. Y'all need to make sure I stay up top. This is called damage control, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching damage control because what happened with his computer, it exposed him. It exposed him.
Gays. Why is that allowed to persist? Why is that allowed to persist against me?
Against who? Against who? Why is that allowed to persist? Why is that allowed to persist against me? Well, Kevin Fruity Pebble Samuels, if you're not a homosexual, then nothing you said applies to you. If you're not gay, how can somebody gay bash you? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you going to run to call those people if you are the leader of, if you are the godfather of the black manosphere? Why are you running to them people? Why are you running to those people instead of facing men like men here on social media? Listen, you see brothers go back and forth, argue each other's talking points all the time. But instead of you addressing some of the talking points of these content creators, you're too cowardice. You're afraid. So you get on Vlad TV and you basically call for your defense league to come and help you. And nobody seems to see this. I'm telling you, it's getting wild out here, y'all. It's getting wild on these YouTube streets. The YouTube is the new television. The YouTube is the new TV. The YouTube is the new Hollywood. Telling you right now, all kind of rituals going on.
Gay slurs, hate speech against gays. Why is that allowed to persist? Why is that allowed to persist against me? If you want to say that I'm gay, then is that not out of bounds? Is that not out of protecting?
Look at his hand. Look at it. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all the screen real quick. I want y'all to look at his hand signs on this particular part. I need y'all to see his hand signs as he's saying this. Matter of fact, let me remove this screen because I need people who paying attention. Let's remove that screen and let me share the other screen. And I want you to see what his hand gesture is as he's speaking. Look at that hand gesture. Now, he's showing his pyramid. He's showing his oath to the elite. This is what you're seeing right now. And he's calling on his help. Now, I thought I would point that out because what's about to happen now is there's a lot of eyebrows being raised against this individual from black men and black women. A lot of people are beginning to question this man's sexuality. So what's going to happen? And mainly because how he speaks to women on a constant basis. He doesn't treat women with no levels of compassion, no love, no admiration, no nothing. He seems to have no love for women. So What's going to happen now is he's going to start adding balance and start emasculating men more. So now the next step is to start talking about men in a very emasculating fashion, so he can win back some of the women who are following his platform. That's the next step. I'm telling you, these people operate in the Hegelian dialect. It's an all-out war against men. It's a battle, man. It's a fight. It's a constant battle, man, day in and day out. And you know, that's all of that I'm going to show. And the whole time, he really doesn't answer the question. Question was very simple. Later on, he gets in to say that the same lie that he's been spewing, talking about, you know, it was someone in this queue. But for those brothers who create content, know that it's a lie. He can lie to the viewers, but he can't lie to those who actually create content. All right. So it is what it is. I thought I'd point that out to y'all to show y'all with the Godfather, the individual y'all kept saying is the truth. Because a lot of brothers that was watching my channel say, oh, man, that brother, the truth. Nah, that man is a sellout. He's working for them people. And it's my job. It's my job to protect everyone on my platform from individuals who are wrong. I've been doing this since the inception of New Breed to the World Over. I've been protecting my subscribers and followers from people who ain't right. I started off doing it when I saw that a lot of my supporters and spiritual family was following these new age people. What did I do? I started hitting y'all with a barrage of videos to get you away from the new age teachers. Now, the new wave that a lot of brothers is falling into is this red pill, toxic alpha male bullshit. So that's what I gotta get you brothers away from, man. And it is what it is. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, somebody said bring them back, bro. Yeah, bring what back? I ain't bringing Kevin Fruity Pebble Samuels back on the screen. Man, Laura O'Neill says he didn't have a positive relationship with his mother growing up. He has a decent relationship with her now because she's no longer a feminist. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Nothing at all. Oh, I'm glad somebody brung this up. Are you going to watch Buck Breaking soon? Absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, Sunday, what I'm going to do is after I watch it Saturday, on Sunday, I'm going to do a stream on Patreon only. I'm going to do a stream on Patreon only where I'm going to be reacting to pivotal moments of the actual movie because I'm hearing a lot about it. And I actually want to save that for Patreon this Sunday coming up. And we're going to break it down. We're going to break it from a biblical perspective. And that's going to be like a fire video I'm going to do when I react to Buck Breaking. I'm glad you asked about that, bro. I was actually supposed to announce that at the beginning. So I know the Holy Spirit working right now. Yeah, Tariq, salute to Tariq Nasheed for putting that documentary up. I seen the trailer and I am going to watch that Saturday, but I'm going to do my reaction on Patreon. You can catch it on Vimeo when I react to it. That's how that's going to go. But I'm telling you, man, it's an all-out war everywhere you turn, man. They trying to make young boys feel like, you know, it's easier to be a little girl out here. You got these men afraid to be men. They call masculinity toxic, but the real toxic masculinity is this red pill garbage. The real toxic masculinity is these individuals who hate our women, these individuals who talk about this hookup culture all the time, and these men out here who really ain't about building and healing our women and creating and healing our family structure. Now, for those who don't know, man, you know, I'm pro polygyny and wholeheartedly, and I'm telling y'all the absolute truth. It's like almost 20 women to every one man. And it's a shortage of brothers out here. We need stand-up guys who gonna raise up, stand to the forefront, and lead these women properly. Lead these women on a righteous path. And you just don't have that happening right now. You got too many deceivers and liars who just want to run through the women because there is an inordinate amount of women to every man. So now you have men just taking advantage and they just trying to hit it and quit it. So my advice to you ladies is don't deal with no man who's not being honest with you. Don't deal with no man that you know is a deceiver, who you know is lying. Don't deal with it. Even if the truth is hard to swallow, accept the truth. Accept the truth. And I'm going to tell you brothers right now, a lot of women respect the real. I mean, honesty is the best policy, brothers. Honesty is the best policy. When you keep it real with a woman, you gain her respect immediately. She don't have no choice but to respect you because you are exemplifying and personifying integrity. You're being honest. You're supposed to be able to give a woman a choice. You're supposed to meet a woman and tell her exactly what you want out of y'all's union, and she's supposed to be able to have a choice. Plain and simple. So it's like, the content that I'm making over here is going to be forcing a lot of brothers to do better, not to be deceivers, to work hard for theirs. You got all these obstacles in the way for a lot of brothers to reach their full potential. Like you got this marijuana that's being legalized all of a sudden, which ain't nothing but a militarized weapon. And I want to talk a little bit about that. I actually got another source because the warfare is deep. It's on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. And when we're talking about this warfare, hey, listen, it's even chemical warfare to turn us men into damn delicate flaming flamingos out here. And we ain't having it. Real brothers is not afraid no more. They're going to step up and speak out. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all what they got caught doing. And I'm talking, when I say they, I'm talking about the powers that be. Show y'all what they got caught doing. I'm going to have to play this one through the phone, y'all. And play this one right here through the phone. They got caught using chemicals that emasculates. They got caught using chemicals that emasculates. The all-out war against masculinity.
Popular herbicide may have harmful effects on the endocrine system. Tyrone Hayes was first hired in 1997 by a company that later became agribusiness giant Syngenta. They asked him to study their product, atrazine, a pesticide that is applied to more than half the corn crops in the United States and widely used on golf courses and Christmas tree farms. But after Hayes found results that the manufacturer did not expect, that atrazine causes sexual abnormalities in frogs and could cause the same problems for humans, Syngenta refused to allow him to publish his work. This was the start of an epic feud between the scientist and the corporation.
Now a new article in the New Yorker magazine uses court documents from a class action lawsuit against Syngenta to show how it sought to prevent the Environmental Protection Agency from banning the profitable chemical, which is already banned by the European Union. To start with, the company's public relations team drafted a list of 4 goals. Reporter Rachel Aviv writes, quote, the first was, quote, discredit Hayes. In a spiral-bound notebook, Syngenta's communications manager, Sherry Ford, who referred to Hayes by his initials, wrote that the company could prevent citing of TH data by revealing him as non-credible. He was a frequent topic of conversation at company meetings. Syngenta looked for ways to exploit Hayes' false problems. If TH involved in scandal, Enviros will drop him, Ford wrote. Well, for more, we're joined by TH himself. That's right, Tyrone Hayes is with us.
Look at Tyrone Hayes.
Integrative biology at the University of California, Berkeley, joining us from the campus TV station right now in Berkeley. Welcome to Democracy Now! Can you tell us what happened to you? How you were originally tied to Syngenta, the research you did, and what prevented you from originally publishing it?
Well, here at Berkeley, I was a new assistant professor. I was already studying the
now listen to him.
hormones and the effects of chemicals that interfere with hormones on amphibian development. And I was approached by the manufacturer and asked to study the effects of atrazine, the herbicide, on frogs. And after I discovered that it interfered with male development and caused males to turn into females to develop eggs. The company tried to prevent me from publishing and from discussing that work with other scientists outside of their panel.
Wow. So guess what? In a lot of vegetation, including marijuana, which they go further into, you can go ahead and look up the whole clip. I believe I have the whole video on Patreon. But he goes into this atrazine turns male frogs into female frogs. Listen, this is sprayed it's on your marijuana, it's on your corn, it's on certain vegetation. Listen, this is war. This is warfare. This is warfare. It ain't just media propaganda. No, they're trying to kill, they're trying to get us on every angle. And I'm going to tell you why. The image of the Most High is the man. The Most High God is a man. So what do these devils do? They try to destroy the man. They try to destroy the leadership. That's why you got these young men out here turning into demons out here killing each other. There's no guidance. There's no direction. We got to step it up, man. We have failed. We have failed the youth. And now it's time for men to look at themselves from the outside looking in and say, hey, what could we do better to make sure they don't fall into any of these snares? The marijuana, the smoking the weed, it's a weapon. It's turning a lot of y'all brothers out here into women, pretty much. I'm trying to work on my language, but for lack of better terms, it could turn you into a bitch. For lack of better terms. I mean, seriously, because if you're sitting around smoking all day with all of these chemicals, man, you literally are producing eggs in your body. It's crazy. And this is why you see these brothers out here turning into switch hitters. And I think Judge Joe Brown called them I think he called them panty wearing switch hitters. And that's just what it is, man. It's in these damn drugs. It's in some of this food. It's in these GMOs. Straight up. Let me see. Somebody sent a thanks for the $5 contribution. Paradox says levels of sperm count in 20-year-old men today is low. That is the amount 7-year-old boys had in 1920. Also, will you start doing call-ins? Absolutely. All the call-ins going to be done on Patreon. Actually, I do more than call-ins on Patreon. Actually, leave a link inside of the actual chat, and I bring brothers in. So we typically go live and direct. I do a series called New Breed Reacts on Patreon. It's called Reactions and Interactions, and that's where I go ahead and I get face to face with y'all. So yeah, that's going to continue on there. So if you would like to have the firsthand interaction, you're just going to have to become a Patreon. Yeah. Somebody said I stopped smoking after I had a seizure. That's what's up. You know, it is what it is, man. There's a war against masculinity. It's an all-out war. They're doing this on such a level that you just got to be aware. You got to keep your eyes open. You got to be sober and vigilant out here because your adversary is a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. You know? Yeah, somebody said, yep, come on, brother, with this. It's some knowledge by God. All praises. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. I highly appreciate you. Yeah, man, you got to watch these people, man. El Sheba says, yes, they out here going back and forth like females do. Their thoughts on how to deal with issues is feminine. Absolutely. Absolutely, sis. I'm glad you put that out there. And I'm glad that was put there on the public's eye because, listen, our women are tired of seeing the cattiness. Our women are tired of seeing brothers go back and forth with childish banter. Now, it's one thing to have a fruitful debate where you're arguing someone's talking points. It's one thing to have an organized debate, a real debate where you're having your various talking points and it's an outcome and you're dealing with things like a man. But I don't know, ever since people got hit with the you know what, it's like human interaction is weird nowadays. It's like people don't even communicate with each other properly. It's like you don't even see men having men conversations. And here's the thing, here's the kicker about it. The same thing that we complaining about right now is the same thing that people love because people support it. That's what get all the support. Seeing grown ass men go back and forth, arguing and fussing and fighting over nothing. Over nothing. And the world powers would rather have it that way. They don't want us to facilitate our intensity and our masculinity into doing something that's righteous and to doing something that's right, to put our energy towards building. They don't want us to do that. So it's like, you know, we got to gird up. We got to gird up, man. We almost got 1,000 people in the live stream. All praises to the Most High on this impromptu video, because this was pretty impromptu. And y'all can hit, if y'all could just hit the thumbs up to help the 1,000 people get in, that would be highly appreciated. I'm actually going to go through some Q&A for about 10 minutes. And if you got something you would like to speak on or ask, fire away. I'm posting comments in the chat. Yeah. Somebody said your perception is off. When you smoke so much, you lose your conscience. A whole spirit jumps inside of you and takes over. That's a fact, though. Whoever you was talking to, Divine, you're right. Smoking weed opens your mind up for demons. Oh, man. Oh man, Courtney Johnson said Kevin Samuels shop at the produce section. All he throw in his cart, y'all. Carrots, cucumbers, and eggplants. Good Lord have mercy. Hey man, it is what it is. I mean, when you're on social media, you can't be sensitive. You gotta have thick skin. You can't be running to go get them people because people see something in you that you may want to work out with you and your creator. It is what it is, you know? And I know y'all be like, man, Bree, you be going in on dude. Like, you know, here's the thing. I'm concerned with making sure that the youth grow up to be men. I don't understand what brothers be thinking nowadays. I be sitting back sometimes and I be having some real king thoughts at mine. I be having some real king thoughts. And I be thinking to myself, man, when I'm on my deathbed, I want to be like Israel. I want to be able to call my 12 kids to the bed as I'm dying and tell my kids all the life lessons I want to tell them before I breathe my final breath. And I want to leave this earth knowing that I raised up some soldiers, some warriors who are mentally strong and spiritually strong. And I want to make sure I leave a legacy, a dynasty, leave my mark. I think like a traditional brother. And I be wondering to myself, what do these young brothers be thinking watching the content that they watch? What kind of thoughts do they have looking at people like Kevin Fruity Pebble Samuels or Alpha Birdman Strategies? Yeah, that's his name. Alpha Birdman Strategies. Come here, Playboy. Hey, Playboy. Yeah, Alpha Birdman Strategies and Kevin Fruity Pebble Samuels. Yeah, makes sense. But I be wondering what brothers be thinking when they watching this type of content. Like, when you think of your dying breath and with the mark that you left on the earth, how can you get any closer to your goal of leaving a purpose, leaving a legacy, a dynasty, generational wealth, family, a wife or wives that were happy, because they brung forth your seed? Like, what do you have to look forward to when you being led by that? Those are not men. They battle against men. And quite soon, you're going to find out Kevin Samuels' true colors and what he really thinks about men too. See, Kevin Samuels don't care about anybody. He cares about dividing God's people, dividing men and women, dividing the household, dividing families. He's playing both sides. Don Columinati, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says we seem to be dealing with another new wave since that eclipse happened. Any info on that? Next few months will be a real turn up. I don't know, bro. I got to look into that. Rebecca Judah Yah, thank you for becoming a member of the Chosen Ones. Highly appreciate your support, sis. Hopefully you enjoy all your new perks. Somebody said thumbs up. Let's show gratitude for all his efforts to keep us. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it, y'all. Absolutely. Y'all get the thumbs up on the video. Get the thumbs up on the video. Yeah, somebody said a lot of these dudes is worshiping KS. Man, it just don't make no sense to me. It don't. It really don't. But you'll have people say, well, New Breed, isn't this hating on the person? Because that they love to throw that word. Are you hating on someone? Listen, I'm going to repeat this. Ever since the inception of my platform, I've been protecting people from being led astray because, look, the path is very narrow. And that's why I'm used to losing supporters and gaining supporters and losing supporters, because as you walk this narrow path, people are going to fall off the road. People are going to leave. People are going to stray away because it's a narrow, very narrow path, man. And broad leadeth to damnation. And there's a lot of false prophets. There's a lot of satanic ass Luciferian Freemason ritual, just devils and demons out there that set up. And they on YouTube too. They on YouTube big time. I've been doing this YouTube thing for a while. I understand that there's gatekeepers. I understand that there's certain things you can speak on that affect your bottom line. And at the end of the day, I chose to be a man of integrity and speak what's true, regardless of what, because at the end of the day, I don't want people falling for these liars and these deceivers, because they're going to lead you astray. These people are sellouts. Rebecca, thank you for the $25 contribution, sister. Highly appreciate you. Thank you for supporting this work. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, somebody said get on the ark. Facts, though. Sometimes I be feeling like Noah, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. Sometimes I be feeling like Noah. Somebody said people focus too much on other people. Yeah, but, people make the world go round. People make the world go round at the end of the day. What we really should be focusing on is the Most High, getting closer to the Lord, man, getting right with ourselves. We all got our battles that we got to face on a daily basis. But I just can't have anybody on my channel being led astray. Because for those who don't know, I made a community post and showed that most of my subscribers are men, and most of the men who they probably left by now watching some of the content, but a lot of them follow KS. So I had to be like, no, wait, you can't be following this and following that. That's two different avenues you traveling. You traveling up, you moving, you traveling up two different avenues. You're gonna have to pick sides. Somebody said the world isn't moving. I think you might be right on that. It's just a figure of speech. For those who don't know, the world is actually stationary. Objects move around the world, but the world is stationary. But it's a figure of speech, bro. But it is what it is, man. The chosen, we like kryptonite to these devils. We like kryptonite to these devils. They won't address the tough talking points. They rather go running and go grab up their defense league, because that's what's happening. They know who we are. They know who we are. Everybody who's speaking in regards to what's going on in this media, they know who we are. They like to act like they don't know, but they know. Somebody said, what's your take on Tupac? That's interesting you ask about Pac because I think on his birthday, right? They rolled out a gay clothing line, right? Am I right? LGBT brung out a clothing line on Tupac on his birthday? Or was it actually, it was his own estate that did it, I think. I think it was, hey, I tell you, an all-out attack, or all-out war on masculinity. But I mean, I like Pac's music. I have a habit of separating artists from the actual people. Like I can listen to any artist and be like, I like their music, but I don't really personalize any of these artists, especially any of them that was mainstream. I just don't personalize it. I take what I take out of the music, and then it is what it is. You know, I don't know what they do behind closed doors, and I don't want to know. And I don't think nothing of any rapper, entertainer. I don't think anything of them personally. They have a job to do, and that's put out good music. If they make good music and I like it, I like it. That's kind of the way I see Tupac. I think he put out good music. I like some of his songs, and that's the extent of my thoughts with that. I mean, he said some things that were relevant to even to this day. And so, you know, a lot of our brothers had a lot of things to say in the 90s that were of high value. Of high value. Yeah, somebody said his underground stuff was incredible. Facts, though. Yep, you know, it is what it is, man. All praises to the Most High. Blessings. I'm glad y'all caught another stream. Again, I'll be live tomorrow night on Hebraic Faith TV. Hopefully I can simulcast the stream. And if I can't simulcast, which I think I should be able to simulcast, I'm pretty sure if there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to go ahead and post it if I don't simulcast. But go over there and subscribe anyway. Excuse me. Kalisa Dugans, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, Breed, please do a live stream on these false, wicked Israelite men and camps is needed. Thank you so kindly for all your work. Ooh, that sounds like a good topic, Kalisa. Kalisa Duggins, I think you're right. I think, and I've been thinking about this lately. I wanted to address a lot of the politics that go on among quote unquote Israelites. I want to do a video about that. And I want to really address the spirit of preeminence that's among us. I really want to talk about some of the wolves in sheep's clothing that have been exposed over the years, and also share a little bit of my awakening and journey into this truth, and tell you some of the things I experienced in this walk, knowing that I was learning that I was a biblical Israelite and seeing some of the things I seen happen, and still be able to hold on to the faith, to keep brothers encouraged who may be new to this truth, and they see all of the dissension, they see all of the back and forth, they see all of the beef, and they like, yo, this truth ain't for me. And then they end up being led astray, or they ended up stumbling over that block. You know, I want to make a video to make a clean cut separation between biblical truth and with these doctrines of devils in a lot of these camps and congregations, and a lot of these so-called leaders be trying to do, and what they really be on. So I think that's a good video. That's actually a very good recommendation there, and I got you. All right. But all praises to the Most High, the God of Israel. Love y'all. Follow me on Patreon for exclusive content. Also, if you would like to support this work via Cash App, there'll be a link in the description box right after this video airs. 10% of all contributions go back to you, the people who are in need. Also, follow me on Instagram at NewBreed404. Y'all have a blessed evening. With that being said, shalom and peace.